will rather not vote for me. I am not desperate to become president of South Africa. I am desperate to unite the African continent. And if the unity of my people is going to cost me votes, you can take your votes. I don't want xenophobic votes. I don't want the votes of haters. Yeah, man. Monna baka motloya ka mokgomo ka monna a re kopan la tloya motho a reng a re kopane la re woke problem. We must hate those who divide us, not those who unite us. South Africa, you are not Europe of Africa. You are Africa.
Julius Malema, South Africa's most charismatic and gifted political leader. But is he serious about becoming South Africa's president? Or does he simply not care about the chaos in his own party? Let's discuss the brilliance and contradictions of Julius Malema's leadership today. Welcome back to Inkarhi Its Time. I'm your host, Kondos, and today we're unpacking one of South Africa's most talked about political figures, Julius Sinhle Malema. Malema is undeniably smart, incredibly charismatic, and gifted with a natural ability to inspire and mobilize people. Yet, when it comes to the turmoil and divisive rhetoric within his own party, the question must be asked, does he even care? From insults on X, formerly Twitter, to unchecked division among his members. Let's examine what this means for the EFF and his potential future as the South African's president. Malema's genius and potential. First, let's give credit where it's due. Julius Sinhle Malema is one of the most gifted political leaders of our time. His ability to command attention, captivate audiences, and articulate a vision of economic freedom is unmatched. He has the potential to become a transformative figure in South African politics. However, leadership isn't just about charisma. It's about action, accountability, and creating a unified movement. And that's where Malema seems to fall short.
We're not going to any corner. We're not going to move like we are defeated. We are not defeated. We are in a struggle for a generational mission. We are not for now. We are for the future. We will not die now. We survived death now. We survived the money now. We survived all weapons that were directed at the EFF. We emerged victorious. The organization of my grandmother still stands. The organization of all of you still stand because you, the grand forces, said not with our organization. I say to you now, I will never be demoralized by these people. We may not get the votes we want now, but this is an investment for the future. This is an organization that it will take us to a promised land.
What's happening in the EFF? Malema is undoubtedly aware of division and insult within his party. He's too smart not to be. He sees everything happening on X, formerly Twitter, from the public ridicule of Floyd Shivambu to the accusations against Dr. Naledi. Senior leaders like Sinhle Lonzi, Sinawo Tambo, and Naledi Chirwa are openly fueling division. And fighters like Rakhadi are using tribal insults like Shangani Inkarhi. This rhetoric doesn't just hurt the image of the party, it alienates the entire community. But Malema's response? Silence. Not because he's unaware, but because, in my view, he simply doesn't care. The silence that speaks volumes. Malema's silence on these issues is telling. As a leader, He has the platform and power to call out this behavior and put an end to the division. Yet, he chooses not to. Why? Because he's not focused on building a cohesive movement to win a majority. His actions, or lack thereof, suggest that he's more concerned about maintaining his current status and lifestyle than addressing the deep cracks in his party. The impact on voters. Let's be clear. The EFF's current trajectory is alienating voters. Leadership requires a strong stance against hate, division, and tribalism. Yet, Malema's inaction allows these issues to persist. Supporters from different tribes and backgrounds feel unwelcome, and potential voters are turning away. The insults flying around are not just harmful, they are polarizing. If Malema truly wanted to attract a diverse voter base, he would act decisively to stop this nonsense. But he hasn't, and he won't. Why Malema won't be president? Here's the reality. Julius Malema knows he cannot be president of South Africa, not because he lacks the ability, but because he hasn't built the unity or trust required to lead a nation. His focus seems to be on using the EFF to sustain his lifestyle rather than position it as a serious contender for power. Allowing insults and division within his party signals that he is not interested in growing the EFF into a majority party, but rather in maintaining the status quo.
Everyone, every province actually of the ANC, either the chairperson of the ANC or the secretary of the ANC, they served under me as a president of the youth league. So those are my boys and girls. So they know that if this one gets to be put there, none of them can bully me. Not even Balula can bully me. So there is that aspect of generational jealousy, and that not this one. And if that is the case, I'm prepared to step back and then allow you to constitute a government to the benefit of our people. I don't have to be a minister of anything powerful. Even if you put me a minister of sports, arts and culture, Sir Ramaphosa can't outshine me. In the next election, we will not go into a coalition. We will win it outrightly. You put us there, you make a terrible mistake, because we will work in such a way that our people say, these are the people we deserve.
Called a white female journalist with an F word. I've never done that. I've never said to an Indian, a Muslim journalist, you are drunk. I've never done that. With all my political activism, I threw stones at the school, at the teachers during protest and all of that. I've never taken a knife against my principal and chased the principal or a teacher around the schoolyard. And what's revolutionary about that? So it is peripheral issues that because you can't falter, you say no, we must not call body parts. You can't tell us what to say. No one can tell us what to say. Is it constitutional? Does it violate the constitution? Or is it a political speak or a political speech? If it falls within political speech, what's your problem? Go on with your coldness. We are warm. We make things happen.
On that note, are you...
Julius Malema is a brilliant leader with immense potential, but his unwillingness to address the chaos within his own party undermines that potential. His silence in the face of division, hate, and tribalism isn't an oversight. It's a choice. And it's a choice that makes it clear he's not serious about the presidency or about uniting South Africans under one vision. What do you think? Is Julius Malema's inaction a strategic move, or does it reflect a deeper disinterest in the presidency? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Inkarhi Its Time for more honest and thought-provoking discussions. Let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for watching and take care.